In this video, I am going to walk you through all the steps to cut a perfect top. The steps are of 15 and they are well explained. Please stay tuned till the end of this video. I promise you, you are not going to regret watching this video. Number one of the steps is know your measurement. The measurement that you are going to use to do the cutting are of 6. You take the length of the kaftan or the top, the bust, the belly, the hips, the back, and the neck. So that is our step 1. In this case, the measurement that I'm going to use is this. I have the measurement with me here. Hope you can see it clearly. Now, let's go to step 2. Step 2 is take the length of your kaftan or the male top. Add 5 inches to the actual length for cutting and folding allowance. That is 3 inches for cutting and 2 inches for folding allowance. I have done that already on my fabrics. Now, step 3. In order for us to get the wideness of the fabric that we are going to use to cut the front panel of the male top or sanator top, I have to divide the hips measurement, which is here 42 inches, by 4. And when I do that on my calculator, 42 divided by 4, I have 10.5 inches. Then I am going to add 1 inches for the sewing allowance, and that will be 11.5 inches in total, which means the wideness of this fabric that I'm going to use will be 11.5 inches. Now let's go to the next step. The next step says draw all the 5 lines on your fabrics. The 5 lines that we are going to draw on this fabric that I placed on the table here, number 1 of it is the neckline, which will be the first line, the shoulder line, which will be the second line, the chest line, number 4, the belly line, number 5, the hip line. Now, let's apply step 4 on the fabric. You need your ruler and your marking chalk to apply step 4 on the fabrics. This is my neckline. Now, let's go to step 4. Step 4 says, draw your neckline. I have drawn the neckline already. I'm going to step 5. Step 5, measure from your neckline down 2.5 inches as your shoulder line and draw the line. What step 4 says is that I'm going to mark 2.5 inches from the neckline down as shown. So, and draw the line. Step 6 says divide your bust by 4 inch and minus 1.5 inch out of the resolve for the back panel. That 1.5 that we minus out of the bust will rest at the back panel. So we now use the final result to get our bust line or chest line. For example, the bust of this client is 40 inches. I'm going to divide 40 by 4. 40 divided by 4. I have 10 inches. I'm going to minus 1.5 out of 10 and it will give me 8.5 inches. That is 40 divided by 4, then 10 minus 1.5, that will be 8.5 inches. So from my shoulder line to my bust line is going to be 8.5 inches as shown. So I'm going to draw the line. You can check my description for all the steps I am saying. I'm going to write all this thing in my description box. Now, the next line is our belly line or our body line, and that falls into step 7. From the bust line, I'm going to mark 14 inches down in order for me to get my belly line and my hip line. So in order for me to get the belly line, the 14 inches that I marked, I'll divide it by 2. 14 inches will be my hip line, and half of 14 will be 7. That will be my belly line. Hope you are following. And this depends on the tallness of your client. If your client is very tall, you can make your own 15, 16. And if your client is average tall or not that tall, you can make use of 14 inches. And for kids, you can use 12 inches, 11 inches. Here, I'm going to measure from the bust line down 14 inches. And half of 14 is 7, and that will be my belly line. So I'm going to draw the line. The next step is divide your back by 2 inches. You can see we are done with all the 5 lines that I mentioned earlier. We have the neckline already, the shoulder line, our bust line, our belly line, and lastly our hip line. So I'm going to step 8 says divide your back by 2 and add 0.5 inches for sewing allowance. In this case, the back measurement here is 17. When I divide 17 by 2, I will have 8.5 inches. And I'm going to add half inches for sewing allowance, and that will be 9 inches in total. And that is my back measurement or shoulder measurement. It will be on the shoulder line. Step 9. On your bust line, divide your bust by 4. Add 1 inches for sewing allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to divide the bust by 4. And our bust here is 40 inches. When I divide it by 4, it will give me 10 inches. So I'm going to mark 10 inches on my bust. Now, step 10 says, on your belly line, divide your belly by 4. Add 1 inches for sewing allowance. So I measured only 10 inches. So I'm going to add 1 inches for sewing allowance. On my belly here is 37 inches. When I divide 37 inches by 4, that will be 9¼ inches. And I'm going to add 1 inches, and that will be 10¾ inches for the belly line. Now, step 11 says, on your hip line, divide your hips by 4. Add 1 inches for sewing allowance. So my hips here is 42. When I divide it by 4, I will have 10.5, right? And I'm going to add 1 inches, and that will make it 11.5 inches. I'm going to mark 11.5 inches here on my hip line. Step 12 says mark from the shoulder line down to the bust line. What step 12 says is this. I'm going to mark from here where I mark my shoulder line down to the bust line. Now, step 13 says, draw your armhole from the shoulder. I'm sorry, I have not completed the step 12. Measure 1.5 inches inward from the line you draw and mark the line. This is what step 12 is saying. I'm going to mark 1.5 inches inward here. Hope you can see it. And now let's go to step 13. Step 13 says, draw your armhole from the shoulder you mark through the 1.5 inches you marked. Now, to where you mark the bust. This is what step 13 is trying to tell us. I'm going to mark from here and make sure it touches our 1.5 inches inward down to the where we mark the bust. Now I'm going to do it. You can either use your free hand or armhole cuff. Now, step 14. Measure 2 inches on the shoulder line inward as your front panel neck. So I'm going to measure from here to here 2 inches for my neck. And I'm going to draw the line. Now, step 15, which is the last step in the cutting of the front panel of a top. Join bust line down to the hip line and cut. So that you join all this line down to the hip line. I have now the last thing that we are going to do, which is not mentioned here, is to connect this place down to this place as shown. That is the slant of the sanator top. And the last thing is to use your hand to curve the neck, because you can only be like this. And that is all for the cutting of a front panel of a sanator top or male top. The next thing that we are going to do is to do the cutting. Remember, our hip line, that is where the slit or the opening of the sanator top will start from. And that is all for this video. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to cut a back panel of a sanator top. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and like, share and comment. Thank you. God bless you.